Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be our 3 looks, 1 palette using the Shroud Cosmetics It's Freaking Bats palette that they did in collaboration with Beautbean. This is like my child now. I'm so protective of this palette. I'm in love with this palette. I love it. I've already done a first impressions using this palette and I did swatches in that video as well, so you can see all how the colours look there if I don't get around to using every one of them in this video, and I did a look in that video as well. I didn't go through in that video the whole process of getting this palette and why it's taken so long. So I'm going to go through that now in a second. But first, full face pictures and up close eye pictures will be on my Instagram, which is linked down below. Hit subscribe as well down below to see more of these videos. I have many more palettes. I keep adding and adding and adding. I'm like a monster and I can't stop with makeup. The orders might... I know 3 different delivery guys... Like, I've had postman come 3 times in one day. It's, yeah, not good, not good. So, the reason why I didn't get into the drama of, well, it's a drama, but it's not really a drama, I didn't really care, of this in my first impressions was because I didn't have time to do so. I was in a hurry. But I will go through it now. So basically, in October, they announced that they were going to release this at the end of September, I think it was, so something like that, because the beginning of October was the pre-order sale drop, and then I think it was the 12th of October they were going to do it just open until stocks last. That's the way they were going to do it. I woke up early, ready for the pre-order, had my account ready to go, and it sold out in 2 minutes, and I did not get the palette and I was devastated. Like this, I didn't get the Hocus Pocus from Colourpop and I was mad. I was devastated over this one. This is the one I really wanted because Beautbean is my favourite YouTuber. Like, obviously I wanted it, and the colours, it's bat themed. Look at it. Look at it! It's all Halloween and spooky themed. The very next day, while I was still devastated, I woke up and Beautbean had already put out a video saying what they were going to do instead. Shroud had put out a post saying what they're going to do instead, and straight away I ordered a new one. Or I ordered my own one. So, what happened was, they decided to make it just a pre-order until whenever, and then you just order and then you just wait for it to arrive, and they have to make it all. So basically they had a lot of issues with warehouse and then USPS, and there was a whole thing. They were doing weekly updates on their Instagram, which is really good. I used to be waiting on the weekly update to see which batch number they were on, to see how close I'd be to getting my one, and I finally got it. And when it got, like, I got the notification to say that it was being shipped, I was not expecting it to get it here this quickly. Now, I mean, it still took about a week, maybe 2 weeks, but with the way the world is, Corona, and for us in Ireland, Brexit is a whole other issue, and postage is a whole issue here. I was expecting another 3 or 4 weeks to be waiting on it, so it arrived one morning and I'm so excited about this palette. This is not the only palette I ordered, by the way, from Shroud. I did order the Arcana palette, which I will get to eventually in the year. If you're waiting on yours, let me know down below, because oh, are you in for a whole treat. This is a whole treat in a palette. So anyway, without rambling anymore, this is my look I have created for look number 1. Alright guys, so let's get into look number 1 using the It's Freaking Bats palette, and I'm so excited, I cannot wait. I'm going to do I say simple, there's one technical part of this look, but it's only one colour all over, and then a sparkly liner, and then an inner corner highlight. As far as I can see, that's all I want to do. I may add in a darker shade, but that's kind of all. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to take Spooky first, which is that periwinkle, beautiful periwinkle colour. I just want to see how it works in the eyes, how we blend, how it layers, all that kind of jazz. And that's going to be just buffed all over the actual eye. I'm not going to go too fancy with it. It's literally just going to be packed on and buffed all over. I'm going to take this on a Real Techniques base shadow brush as well, because it'll pack on and also blend as I go. But I do have another blending brush and another packing brush if I need to finesse it a bit more. So let's pick that up, tap it off. I already have primer on my eyes and all my skin stuff and brows, and that'll all be listed down below so you can see it there. So let's just pack this guy on and see how we get on. This kind of colour sometimes can look a bit translucent on me, so that's why I want to really make sure I'm getting it all on the lid where I want it to be. So start on the lid and work your way up. There's also some kick up from this colour as well, like in my first impressions. Don't worry about blending just yet. We're gonna do all that in a few minutes. Just get it on the eye. That is such a pretty and unusual colour. You don't see this colour very often in palettes. So it's just brought up past the crease, and then from there, with the same brush, just with whatever's left on it at first, use that to blend that all out. Not winging it out, but just pulling it slightly out. It's blending really well. For this kind of colour, I always find sometimes it can be a bit tricky to blend. It's just the tone of the colour can just be a bit tricky, but this one's actually not too bad. Having a little bit of an issue out here, but that's not normal for this kind of colour on me. Then taking a clean brush, this is my very old and well-loved 6SS from Inglot. They don't normally look like this. This is just a really old one, and I'm just using that clean to really get in there and soften, especially out here, just so I'm not spreading colour too much. It'll just soften out what's already there. Okay, so that's kind of it for the top. Well, I will be doing a liner, a shiny liner, using one of the shimmers, but I'm going to take that same spooky shade, so the one we just used, take that on a BH Cosmetics Rose Gold number 8 brush, just like a flat, thick brush, so it's great for the lower lash line and smudging all at the same time. And I'm going to take that and run that along my lower lash line. Make sure you're connecting it on the outer corner, and I'm applying this thickly because this is quite a blown out look, so I want it to be quite thick under there. Then just taking the base shadow brush that we used to apply the top shade, and whatever's left on it, we're going to use that to blend along the lower lash line. And you can reapply. Sometimes blending can dust away some of the product, so you can reapply. Okay, so for an inner corner highlight, I know this is like such a quick and easy look to do. You could literally just do this mascara and go, or big liner and go, but we are going to make it interesting. I'm just going to take 0 first, because that has that same lavendery periwinkle sort of base to it, but it has a little flash of green, which is quite cute as well, and I think that'd be nice as a weird inner corner for this look. So just popping that on using a small lip brush or whatever brush you want. I'm pretty sure this is a lip brush. And just pop that on the inner corner. Look at how pretty that inner corner is. Oh my god. Okay, so now to go in with some liner, I'm just going to take my Bobbi Brown Longwear Gel Liner in black ink. Just a black gel liner or black liquid liner will do. Preferably gel, actually, because the cream will help the shadow we then put on to stick a little bit better. So I'm going to take some of this. So I'm going to make this wing, like, not the wing really big, but I'm going to make it dramatic enough because I want it to be noticeable. You can do it as small as you want to, but I want to do it so that it really stands out once I put the shadow on top. So we're looking something like this. It's nothing like massive, but I definitely still want it to be noticeable. So we're going to take Grim, which is this beautiful teal sort of colour down here. And I kind of tested on my hand. I think it's going to be really pretty. So we're going to take some of that. This is a BH Cosmetics Rose Gold number 11 brush, just a little angle brush, whichever little angle brush you want to use. And we're going to take that and just gradually build that up over the black liner. As I said, you could absolutely leave it as is, just do the black liner, mascara and go, or not do black liner, just do mascara and go. It's up to yourself. This for me just makes it really interesting, and that is such a beautiful colour over that liner. Alrighty guys, can you see how beautiful that looks? Oh my god, I need to do like a full-blown look with that teal sort of shade. I love it. So what I'm going to do now is I have to decide on a liner. Let me go grab a liner. So I'm going to take the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in Ultraviolet, which is like a darker version of that periwinkle colour, which I think will be pretty on the lower lash line. So we're going to, or on the waterline, sorry. So I'm just going to use that along my waterline. Make sure you're getting all in between your lashes and everything, so there's no gaps. You can always go in and reapply the shadow if you need to. Alrighty, so I think that is everything for the first look. Let me jump off. I'm going to finish off the eyes with mascara, lashes, cheeks and lips, and I have to decide on the lip. This is going to be hard for this kind of look, and then we'll see how it turns out. Alrighty guys, so this is how I have finished off the look. Let me quickly go through everything that I used on my face. So as far as the eyes, you've pretty much seen everything except for lashes and mascara. So my mascara is and has been my Clinique Lash Power Mascara, which I've been using for a while now. And my lashes are the sooooo Me Vacation Lashes set, and I use the style Paradise. So these have more of a wingy shape. I was going between a few different pairs of lashes. I was going to use some Cash Beauty lashes as well, but they're very thick and I didn't want to cover up the beautiful shimmery liner that we have going on. So these are the ones I went to because I have that really winged out, pulled out effect. Then onto cheeks, I used my Benefit Dallas bronzer. I think it's a blusher, but I use it as a bronzer, and I use that to bronze up my face a little bit. Then my blush is the Sleek Blush by 3 in the shade Pink Lemonade, but the actual colour that I'm using is this one here, which is Pink Mint. So it's the coolest of the 3 pinks in here, which I think goes really nice with the actual look, but still gives me a nice bit of colour against these bluey tones. And then my highlighter is my Bobbi Brown highlighting powder in the shade Pink Glow. So that one there, it's just nice and nice. And then for lips, I was going to do a purpley kind of lip. I was going to do a periwinkle lip, but it was just a bit much, so I decided not black, but grey might be nice because it's quite neutral, and this grey kind of has a bluey undertone to it, or like a bluey greeny undertone to it. So I think it goes nice with those tones, makes it a little bit more alternative looking, a bit more cool. So yeah, that's the look. Alright guys, so that is look number 1 using the It's Freakin Bats palette. I'm in love, in love, in love. I'm so excited. I have so many looks I want to do with this, so I'm definitely going to be busting this out, especially around Halloween, but I will be busting this out some more. So let's see what look number 2 is, because out of all the looks I have in my head, I don't even know which ones I want to do yet. So we'll find out for look number 2. Okay guys, so let's get into look number 2 using the It's Freakin Bats palette, and I just have to, at this point now, it's been too long of me using this, even though I've only done 2 looks with this. I have to use Dairy. I just must do this, and I must do a halo eye. So we're going to do purple and green, and we're going to do this guy. We're probably going to use Handbook. I might use a bit of Apparition as well, because I haven't really used that one, and I might use Trappa to blend out the purple. I'm going to see how that works. It may go a bit mucky, I don't really know. If not, I'm going to use Spooky to blend out, but I'll decide in a second. My Skin, Brows and Eyeshadow Primer is all on already, and it's listed down below if you want to see what I used. So let's start. Okay, so we're going to start with the darker shade. We're going to start with Dairy, which is this guy here, and I'm going to use this on a pointed crease brush from Makeup Geek, just something that I can pack it on with and get it on straight away, because if I do use Trappa to blend it out, I don't want this blend into this. I'd rather this blend out this, because it'll go very mucky. It's probably going to go a bit mucky looking anyway, but for the grungy vibe I'm going for, I don't really mind. Hence why I'm kind of wearing a purpley green sort of top. So I'm just picking up a little bit and really tapping that off of Dairy, because I know how pigmented this is probably going to be. And I was correct, look at that. So we're going to just mostly pop this on the outer corner. Can bring it into the crease a little bit as well. Oh, that's such a pretty colour. I'm not really bringing it right through the crease straight away. I'm just bringing it in a little bit. And I'm really not bringing this up high at all, because I want to really go in and blend that out. There's kick up from this colour as well. So I think it's pretty consistent that there's a lot of kick up with all the mattes in it, because there is 4 mattes and 5 shimmers. The shimmers don't really have as much kick up, but definitely the mattes do. I don't mind that doesn't bother me. I just use the kick up as shadow. There is fallout from this, so you'll probably have to either do your eyes first or be very careful, or reapply concealer, which is what I will do. So I just pop that also on that inner portion of the lid there and bring that into the crease a little bit. But again, we're not touching them in the middle, we're just leaving it like that. Okay, and just because I have a feeling the blend might be difficult just because of the nature of the 2 colours that I'm using, I'm just going to take a clean brush, and this is a BH Cosmetics Rose Gold number 6 brush. It's not the biggest brush in that set. I am going to use the bigger brush for the Trappa shade, and I'm just going to use that just to soften around here. You don't really have to do this. I just want to do this just to start some sort of blend going without having any other colours going on, and then I'll go in with the other shade to give us a bit more of a gradient. So now I'm going to take a number 5 brush from BH Cosmetics, the Rose Gold set as well. This is the one we just used, so you can see the difference. This one's just a little bit bigger. And I'm going to take the shade Trappa, which is that gorgeous murky acid green. Just take a little dab of it at a time. So I've just taken about that much on the brush, and we're just going to haze this around the outside. Like, this purple is not so purple that I think it's going to be a huge issue, but there is purple in it, so it might be. But it's definitely like muted and dirty down enough to maybe not be. So let's just see how it looks. Because I think this Trappa shade will actually add a nice little bit of colour around the outside. So you can kind of see there, like, it is adding a nice little hint of green around the outside. I'm going to go back in and like reblend the purple as well, because they are contrasting colours to a point. So you kind of have to just go back and forth, but I'm actually really liking it so far. I think the shimmers are really going to pull this together. This is one of these trust the process looks. Blending out the inside here as well, and then flicking in between the 2, so we get some sort of a bit of a shadow in here. Then just taking Dairy again on that same fluffy brush that we used to blend it out. And just go back in, and you can re-intensify and also blend back into that green. Try not to overblend if you can help it with contrast and colours like this, but I'm actually getting a really nice murky, I don't know, kind of look to it, and I really like it. It's not for everyone. It's probably not for everyone, this colour combo, but I'm liking it. Okay, and then just before I tidy anything up and before I do the shimmers and all that, I'm going to take Derry again, which is that deepest shade. We're going to take this on a 214 from MAC, and we're going to just run that the whole way across my lower lash line. And I'm running it all the way across. This would look pretty cool if you did like a halo on the bottom as well, but I just feel like doing a super smoky on the bottom. Okay, so we're looking very in your face right now, and it will look like that at the end as well. But I'm gonna not blend the lower lash line until I tidy everything up at the bottom. But I don't want to do that until I put the shimmers on, so I can just tidy the whole thing up at the bottom so I can get rid of all the fallout all at once and not have to keep redoing it. So I'm going to take some glitter primer. So I'm just going to use my NYX glitter primer. I'm just going to use my finger as well, and we can go in and just pop some of this on the lid. I want to do one eye at a time because I want my base to have enough time, so it's still tacky as I'm applying my second colour. Okay, so the first shimmer I'm going to go in with is Apparition, which is this purple with like a golden sort of shimmer through it. It's beautiful, and the shimmers in this are unreal. Now you could just do the lime green, the shade Handbook, that I will do in a second, straight away, and just do that on the lid if you want to, but you'll have a slightly harder time because it is such a strong green. It will be harder to blend into the shimmery matte purple, which is already hard to blend into the matte green, so we don't want to make our life any more difficult. So I'm popping this down first, plus I haven't used this yet and I really want to. This is going to go on either side, right next to that dark purple. Same on this side, and then just leave a little gap in the middle. And then just taking the very first brush that we used for the Derry shade, the pointed crease brush from Makeup Geek. Taking a little bit more dab of the Derry shade, and then just tap over where it meets the shimmer, and then just go back and forward until you're happy with the blend. It's so pretty because the gold kind of just fades out as it goes. Oh, it's so pretty. Really reminds me of like a Beetlejuice or a bit of a Sweeney Todd kind of look off. I just really enjoy these colours. I'm going to take Handbook now, that more bright limey green. Probably, I would say, my favourite colour in the palette. Probably. And then I'm just taking that in the centre of the lid, just for that real bright pop, and then just feathering out the edges, kind of losing a little bit of that purple undertone of the Apparition. So I'm going to reapply that in a second. Alrighty, so we're looking weird and wonderful. I have all of this to tidy up. I just wiped it a little bit to see how much it actually was. It's not the worst I've ever had. I've had worse, like fall down, especially from a colour like that dark purpley plummy shade. Yeah, I've had worse. So what I'm going to do now is just tidy this up here, and then I'll come back with you guys and I will blend my lower lash line, and we'll see how that turns out, and I think that will really complete the look. And an inner corner highlight we'll do together. So yeah. Okay, so I am fresh again. It wasn't a hassle taking that off, or not off, but trying to get rid of it. I just relayered and it was fine because I don't set my under eyes anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So now what we're going to do is we're going to blend the lower lash line out. I need to because it's annoying me now. So I'm going to take, oh, throwing it at my face. I'm going to take a 219 from MAC, a little pencil brush like this. I'm going to take Trappa again, which is the kind of murky green that we used to blend the upper crease, and I'm going to use that to blend the lower lash line. Just run it along the edge like what you did on top. Do the exact same on the bottom, just to blend it out, and then you can go back in with your deeper shade again. It's basically the exact same process but on the bottom. Okay, I'm just wiping off that pencil brush a little bit. I don't mind there being green on it, I just don't want as much green on it. It didn't really bother me too much though if there is some still left on it. We're going to go back into Apparition, which is that shade, the first shade that we used out of the shimmers on the lid, the purple to gold duochrome, and I'm going to use that on my inner corner. And you might think, why don't you just use Sam, that middle kind of olivey shade? It's very green, and this is more murky, and this I think will just go nice. It also tied in a little bit more to the look. Plus when it hits the light it goes very gold, so I just think it'll be a nice little pop in there. Alrighty, so that's how that looks. I'm loving it. It's probably not a look for everyone, but it's a look for me, and I'm enjoying this immensely. So I'm going to jump off. I'm going to do my liner, lashes, cheeks, lips, all that jazz, and see how that looks, and I'll come back to you in a sec. Alrighty guys, so this is how I have finished off my look, and I am in love with how this turned out. Once I put the all the finished touches off on it, I was like, oh, I love it, I love it, I love it. It's like a Tim Burton dream, matches my top, and I'm so happy, I'm so happy. So let me quickly go through everything that I used on my face. For the eyes, I didn't do any upper lash line liner because I always preferred not to with a halo eye because it just keeps that nice rounded sort of a shape. So instead I just did my waterline. I was going to do a chartreusey waterline, but it's so smoky and grungy looking. I was like, we'll lean into that side. So I used my Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in the shade Empire, which is a really dark, like super dark, almost black purple, kind of matches Derry perfectly. It's maybe a little bit more purple than Derry, but it's very similar, and it's just a really nice pop on the waterline. It actually amps the purple up a little bit more in the Derry colour that is on my lower lash line, so I really like that. Then my mascara is and has been the Clinique Lash Power Mascara. It's what I've been using currently, and I will use it up until it's gone, and then I will move on to another one. So it's going to continue to be this until it's gone. And then my lashes, I've been really liking these guys. So this is the Cash Beauty Crystal Nights Luxury Faux Mink Lashes. It's a, what is a 6-piece set, and I'm wearing After Dark, these ones down the bottom here. So they're kind of in like little very thick dense chunks, but super feathery on the end, so you can still see all the beautiful colors that we have going on. But I've been really liking these. They're really dramatic but still soft and glam. Like, not soft, but like, I don't know how to describe them. They're dramatic. They're definitely dramatic, but I like them. I don't know. I like them. They look really nice. The photograph really nice. I'm happy. Then onto cheeks, I used my Nabla Gotham Shade and Glow powder. Is that what it's called? Shade and Glow powder? Yes. The shade is Gotham, and I just use that to contour my face a lot. I did a lot of contour today. I don't know why. I also did a lot of blusher, and my blusher is the Makeup Geek blush in Cherish. Super nice, neutrally pink, and I think it goes really well with these sort of tones and the grungy sort of vibe. I think it works really well. And then my highlighter is my Beaming Beautiful Baby, and this is the Inglot Sparkling Dust Face, Eyes and Body powder, and this is in the shade 07. So it's just super shiny. You do not need a lot of it. I will always have this tub. I will probably never get through this. Then for liner, I went in with my MAC Stone lip pencil. I want to keep with that cool toned look, but also do a nude, because I've done a couple of darker lips with this palette already, and I might do a darker lip with the next look. I'm not sure exactly, but I definitely wanted to keep with the cooler tones and do a nude to keep all the focus on the beautiful eyes that we have going on. Then for lips, I used my MAC Flesh Pot lipstick. It's just a super cool toned nude, quite a pale nude on most people. On me, it's just a nude. It's like an actual nude on me, and it has a slight pink undertone to it, very slight, so it just gives a little bit of colour to that cool lip pencil. And then for gloss, any clear sparkly gloss will do. I have the MAC lip gloss in the shade Spark Joy, and it's basically a dupe for the, what is it called, Diamond Bomb gloss from Fenty Beauty. It's that like white clear, so glittery lip gloss. This was their Christmas collection, so I don't think they do it anymore, but the Diamond Bomb is basically the same thing. Alrighty, so that is the look. I hope you all like it. Let me know down below what you thought of the look, but we're not done yet. We still have one more to go. I will have pictures of all this on my Instagram, which I've said at the beginning already, but I say for each one just to remind you that all the pictures will be up on Instagram. And yeah, let's see what we do for look number 3. Yes, number 3. Alrighty guys, so let's get into look number 3 using the It's Freakin Bats palette from Shroud Cosmetics and Beautbean. And excuse my very strong eyebrows right now, but I'm using a different brow product, but not a new one. It's like an old one, but I'm not fully roots grown in just yet, but this is what I would normally wear when my roots grow in. Anyway, forget about it. It's all listed down below. Skin is listed down below. I haven't done everything on my skin, but it's all listed down below. And my eyeshadow primer is listed down below. So today I'm feeling just chartreusey, like this guy and the limey green, because I just have to. I may use a bit of Adams to deepen it a little bit, or even a bit of Derry to deepen it, because that might just like keep it murky looking, which I kind of want. And I think that's all. I don't really know. Oh, we may use Sam actually as well. I might use that in the inner corner. I'll see. I just want to do an all green, murky green sort of look, and some sort of dark lip maybe. I don't know. Quite a simple sort of look, nothing too fussy. So let's start. So there's going to be nothing too crazy technical about this look. We're going to just take Trappa, which is that murky, matte, chartreusey, pooey green, if you want to say that. I don't mind saying that. It doesn't bother me. I'm taking that on a 217 from MAC, and I'm just starting where I want it to be the strongest. So you can see it's not like super bright, but it will blend out bright as I start to blend it. So I'm just packing it on, making sure I get it super opaque all in the crease, because it will add a bit of dimension by doing that, because then once we start feathering it out, it'll just blend out. And then once you have that packed in as much as you want, just go to town and blend. Just blend. So I'm going to take this all under here, right up under the brow. I'm not worrying about my lower lash line just yet because I don't have any under eye concealer on, because I didn't want any fallout. I'm just going to town with this. But you can see like there is depth in the crease, and then it just fades out into a lighter chartreusey limey colour and then into my skin. Okay, so I mean it's a simple enough look. That might be all I do in the crease. I don't even know if I'm going to add anything darker in, because I'm kind of really liking it, and I think with the other colours it's going to look really good. So I'm going to take some NYX glitter primer. We're going to do the shimmer on the lid before I even touch the lower lash line. And I'm just going to take that with my finger, because this is not a super precise clean look, as you can already tell. It's a mess and I want it to be like that. So just pressing that on the lid, just where we haven't applied any colour, but if you get it in the crease, that's absolutely fine. Okay, and then with a flat brush, this is a 239 from MAC. Just any flat brush will do. Your finger will also do. I'm going to take Handbook, which is that super bright shimmery chartreuse, and like my favourite colour in the palette. I mean, is it? Yeah. Well, there's a lot in here that I really like, so I'm just going to press that all over the lid. This could be like a simplified version of my colour series look, the lime green colour series look. Taking a little bit more Trappa on that same 239, picking up a little bit more, and then just dab that over the edges of where it meets the shimmer, just to get the blend nice, so that we're not losing any of that depth in the crease. Okay, so I'm going to throw on a little bit of concealer really quickly. I'll jump off for a second, do that, and I'll come back. We'll do lower lash line. I have a fun thing, not a fun thing for the inner corner. I'm going to add more green to the inner corner. It's nothing special, but it's going to make the look more fun. Nothing spectacular for the lower lash line really, except we're going to blow the life out of it with that Trappa shade. I'm taking the same 217. You can use a smaller brush if you want to, but I just want this green everywhere. That's all I can say. So I'm taking that on the very tip of the brush, and we're just going to run some of that Trappa shade really close to the lower lash line on the really close to the lashes on the lower lash line. That's what I meant to say. Make sure you're connecting it. Really get the colour in there, like what we did with the crease on top. And I'm still going. You do not have to do this much, but I want to. Well, it's taking a little bit of that same Trappa shade, and we're going to just like go in here. Just, sure, why not? It's everywhere else, you might as well. Okay, so we have blown this out all over, basically exactly what I wanted, just all over my face. So now what I'm going to do is take a 221 from MAC. This is just like a smaller blending brush. It doesn't have to be a blending brush, it could be any kind of brush, it could be your finger if you wanted to. And I'm going to take Sam, which is this middle, more olivey-ish kind of tone. I'm just picking up some of this, and I want to just use this on the inner corner just to add a little bit of something in here, but it's not like, it's actually kind of a different tone. It's a bit more green than it is chartreusey, but I just think it'll look pretty cool. I'm using it a little bit because it's very pigmented. And it's more just going to add a sheen with still that green tint. Obviously the green that's underneath it is there as well to give the green tint. Then just take my 217, just with whatever's left on it, and then just make sure that all blends into each other nicely. Should still be able to see obviously the shimmer, but I just want the edges to blend. Okay, so my last little step that I want to do is just a bit of pencil. So this is the NYX Epic Wear liner stick, eyeliner pencil, and it's in Chartreuse Flash. So, you know, I mean, obviously it's going to match really well. So I'm going to pop that on my waterline. Does it need to be sharpened? Not really. Just to give us that really nice little pop on the waterline. And it has a kind of golden shimmer as well, so it adds to that chartreusiness. Okay, so I think that is it for eyes right now. I'm going to jump off, finish off my skin and my lips, and obviously my mascara and lashes and all that kind of jazz. And then I will come back and I'll show you what I used. Alrighty guys, so this is how I finish off the look. I went there. I went all the way there. So I'll tell you what I used on my face. So for my eyes, you see me do my liner and all that kind of stuff. I didn't do any winged liner. I was thinking about it, but then I decided not to. I wasn't in the mood. So instead I just did my mascara, which was the Clinique Lash Power Mascara, which is what I've been using for the past while. And then my lashes are another pair of the Cash Beauty Crystal Nights Faux Luxury Faux Mink lashes, and these ones are Solstice, the fourth runs down. They're super like tapered going out and really long, like they actually touch above my eyebrow. They touch up here when I look up, but they're way longer on the outer corner, so they really give that nice effect. But because they're so long, it's really dramatic, but also they're not so dramatic that you can't see anything. So I don't know, I thought they really went well with this, and then the lip that I chose, obviously. So then for cheeks, I just did a quick bronze using my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the shade Light. So just the lightest shade in that, just a little, I mean, nothing too crazy, because, you know, the black lip is going to make me look pale anyway, so it didn't really matter. Then my blush is the Dandelion blush from Benefit, which is a super nice soft pink. I didn't want anything that's going to go and take away from the eye too much, but I think the pink complements the eye, so it all makes each other stand out a little bit more. And then for highlighter, I went in with my Kaleidos Space Age Prophecy highlighter, and I love it. It kind of reflects like green, orange. It's a weird looking alien kind of color, and I love it for this look. And then my lip, I was going to do like a brownie kind of khaki color, but then it looked a bit too grey looking, so I decided not to, and I decided to go for Old Reliable, and I went for black. But this is not my like Old Reliable black, this is a different one. This is the Lunar Beauty liquid lipstick in the shade Wicked, so just the black liquid lip. Came out with the Moonspell collection, that one, whatever that one was, I think. But yeah, I have that. It's not, I wouldn't say it's my favorite black lip. My favorite is still probably the MAC one, but it's a nice one. I do like it. It doesn't set down fully though. That's what I kind of don't really like about it, but otherwise it's perfect. Alrighty guys, so that is the look done. That is everything that I use for my face, and I love this look. This is such a me look. This is me, like absolutely me in a look. This is my kind of palette. Yeah, this is so me going out on a night out. Let me fix my necklace because you can't really see it. It's my Lilith necklace that I got in my V Cosmetics mystery box. Actually, I got a necklace in it and it says Lilith on it, which I thought would be very fitting for this kind of look. So yeah, I love this look. I think it turned out so well. It's so me. I would totally wear this going out on a night out. This is exactly me going out on a night out. Maybe darker than this on the eyes, but still the black lip and this kind of skin. Love it. So yeah, if you want to see any up close pictures of this look, my Instagram is linked down below. I said it at the beginning, and I think I said it for the second look as well, but it's all going to be listed down below. Full list of products is listed down below as well, and also hit subscribe as well to see more videos. I have more 3 Looks 1 palettes coming up. I'm going to be doing many more things with this palette, by the way. This is not it. Trust me, I've been waiting way too long for this palette, and especially in October for like spooky season, for Glamoween. Is that what I'm calling it? I think I'm going to call it Glamoween. This is it. This is gonna be my palette. I am so happy with this palette. So hit subscribe to see more of that. I also have more of my collection videos coming up, color series videos, and also many more palettes because I recently got more than I shouldn't have got. But yeah, and I'm gonna do hauls, I'm gonna do tags, and I'm gonna do lots more stuff. So hit subscribe down below to see all that. Also give me a big thumbs up down below to let me know you like the video. It's the quickest, simplest and easiest way to give me a little bit of support. Let me know you like the video and get me around to more people as well. And leave me a comment down below, what look is your favorite? Mine is I can't pick one. I honestly, no, I don't think I can pick one, because I loved look 1 because of the simplicity of like the matte look, and then that like shimmery liner. I thought that was beautiful. Look number 2 was, oh, that was a jewel tone Dream and grunge kind of tarnish looking Dream. Oh, and then this is so me. I don't know, I can't pick. I can't pick. You pick for me. Pick one for me, please, down below. And I will see you in the next video, guys. Bye.